took last year off, but we're happy to have her back as her joy for the game of volleyball is visible out on that court. Thank you for all your contributions to the Husson Volleyball program. Our next senior is Leah Pelican, and she is joined by her aunt Jessica, her sister Serenity, her grandfather David, and her grandmother Gail. Leah did not play as a freshman, but walked on during our spring tryouts and was an immediate standout for the defense. She is not shy about getting practice opportunities in the front row, however, and those who have seen her flex on the blockers after a kill know what I'm talking about. She is a vocal leader on the court who stepped up this season to serve as captain. She rallies the team both with her words and a repertoire of dance moves. Coming into tonight, she has over 200 digs and 20 aces. Thank you for all your contributions. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Eagles of Husson University. A senior from Brewster, Massachusetts, number 1, Julia Ellis. A senior from Somersworth, New Hampshire, number 2, Leah Ellison. A junior from Wallingford, Connecticut, number 4, Alana Peruti. A sophomore from Owens Mills, Maryland, number 5, Amanda May Morse. A freshman from Bar Harbor, Maine, number 10, Daly Fox. A junior from Centennial, Colorado, number 12, Jana Pressborn. A graduate student from Alton, New Hampshire, number 16, Julia Levitt. And a sophomore from Rockford, Illinois, number 17, Michaela Gray. The Eagles are coached by Carl Lepsack, and he's assisted by Beatrice Kersey and Olivia McIntyre.
Live from the Newman Gymnasium here tonight on Senior Day. We've got a great North Atlantic Conference matchup today. Women's volleyball. The visiting Terriers of Thomas College come in to play against your Husson University Eagles. Owen Snow alongside my color guy, Philip Robarge, giving you all the live commentary tonight. These two teams very close together in the standings. Let's go over the last match for the Eagles, coming off a 3-0 loss at Maine Maritime Academy. Meanwhile, Thomas coming off a big win in the conference, 3-0 against University of Maine Fort Kent. Philip, these two teams very even on paper, like I said. What do you want to see tonight?
Well, that's right, Owen. First of all, this is your senior night for the Eagles. You're going to want to show up. This is the last chance that you have at home to show up in front of your fans here. So before you go on the road to Vermont, so you really want to make sure that you do everything you can to walk out of here with a win. Of course, a tough opponent last time out. They got swept by MMA. MMA, obviously top of the conference. We know how good they are, but you really want to show up against your rivals here that you are currently on top of in the conference. You want to make sure that you can get a win over them and stay on top of them today. Of course, for Thomas, they'll be feeling good having come off their sweep as well, so it's just going to be about the momentum for them.
And we get the first serve from Jana Presscorn for the Eagles. Again, these two teams match up very well on paper. Husson second in the North Atlantic Conference. Thomas third. Gray's hit is digged by Romero. And the first point of the night will go to the junior setter, Lindsay Poole. Thomas up 1-0. Now we'll get a chance to see Thomas serve for the first time. It will be the libero freshman, Camille Gibson, as her serve is underway. And Thomas off to a quick 2-0 start, thanks to the ace from Gibson.
Get an early start for them. Owen, you've got to keep up this tempo against this Husson team.
Again, all the seniors getting the start tonight. Julia Ellis, Leah Peliquin, and then Julia Levitt, the graduate student. Speaking of Levitt, her kill is good, and Husson is on the board for the first time. Again, Julia Levitt, graduate student, had her senior night last year here. This year, putting together a pretty good graduate season, 79 kills and 53 digs to go along with that. Pure outside hitter. Michaela Gray's service went up. And there is middle blocker Addison LaBelle. One of the better middle blockers in this conference. Already has 115 kills, making 116 now. And her prowess inside the middle is something to watch out for if you're the Eagles. Now to serve for the Terriers will be the newly subbed in Carissa Koitoa. Her serve is up. And the quick push back from LaBelle gives her second consecutive kill.
Yeah, again, just a great job there at recognizing where the space was and just utilizing it there. Don't always have to power it past. This time just goes for placement.
Presscorn will try to set up Kimberly Daniels, who just checked into the game, and that one's good. Tip shot there.
What did we just say about placement? I mean, that's exactly where you wanted it. No chance for Thomas to dive for it.
Now Daly Foss quickly checked back in for the senior Ellis. And now to serve for the Eagles will be the junior captain, Alana Peruti. Her serve goes long, and Thomas will regain possession. And Zainab Albrahi will serve for Thomas, a senior on this team, actually. Better defensive specialist with 152 digs on the season. Gray. Presscorn will set up Julia Levitt. Dig there by Poole. Again, Thomas trying to go for a tip shot. And great job there from Poole to recognize the open space like Philip was saying earlier. Hit that one top right.
Yeah, just the smart play. You hit it right on the head, finding that open space. Doesn't matter where it is.
Thomas off to the quick 6-2 lead here in set one. Presscorn is going to try to find Kimberly Daniels. Dig there by Gibson. Julia Levitt's hit is digged well by Poole. Husson going to try to keep this one alive. And they are not able to. Good try there from Julia Ellis and Michaela Gray. But again, Thomas starting off the set strong and really making their mark here early. Got a huge crowd here on senior night. Bunch of fans in attendance. Albrahi's serve is up. Levitt is going to try to find Daniels. Gibson will easily dig that. Blocked there by Daniels and Foss. Husson keeps it alive thanks to Julia Levitt. And we're going to get a quick call from the ref. Thomas will indeed get the point.
Yeah, Thomas getting the point there. Excuse me, Owen. But just what a great recovery from the Eagles there to block it and then just continue to go on with it. So it's a shame for them that they can't get the point there, but it's just a good effort, and that's what you want to see, especially when you're down here. Not too much of a worry as far as the scoreline is concerned yet, but you want to continue to see that, continue to see just upward momentum.
Michaela Gray last hit went long, out of bounds. 9-2 now. Thomas running away with this. They are on a great run with Albrahi serving. She'll serve again.
It's just about getting out of that momentum, too. You want to just stop the swing of momentum that's happening.
And Julia Levitt back on the board for the Eagles.
Just a great way there to just set up Julia Levitt. Again, someone, as we mentioned, just so clinical when it comes to kills. Provides a lot for this team.
Absolutely. Newly checked in freshman Peyton Hooker usually starts in games. Very good setter for this Eagles team. Hit the 300 assist mark. Give her the ace. Husson back-to-back points now. And like I was saying about Peyton Hooker, just hit 300 assists in her last game, up to 302. Just a very good freshman, very good player. Again, watch out for her, setting up the likes of Michaela Gray and Jenna Presscorn. Husson's Ellis trying to keep that one alive. Not able to do so. And Thomas, the first one to double-digit points. Addison LaBelle giving the nod to serve for Thomas. Here's that set-in ability by Hooker. Daniels will just hit that one over, though. Will we see it for Jana Presscorn? Yes, we will. That's one thing to look out for, is Peyton Hooker, like I was saying, loves to set up Jana Presscorn, Michaela Gray, and Kimberly Daniels.
And she'll need to get into a rhythm here, especially for the Eagles if they're going to try and get out of this rut here. You're down a little bit. You want to stop that momentum that Thomas has every time they get a few points going. You want to give up more than just the occasional point.
Absolutely. Ellis will find Peliquin. Gray will hit that one over. Digged by Albrahi. And I think Pate Hooker was trying to throw the defense off, find Michaela Gray on the outside. And those two were not together on communication.
That's exactly what she was trying to do there, Owen, just trying to get it across. But as you mentioned, just the miscommunication there costing the Eagles. But again, you just talk about just disrupting that momentum. It's going to happen here for them.
And that will be 4 hits for the Eagles. 12-5 is your score in favor of Thomas. Brooklyn Barbeau, freshman, will serve. Has 15 aces on the year. Her serve is up. Doesn't go over the net. And Husson will regain possession. Now we will see freshman middle blocker, Daly Foss. See her first action of serving. And her serve goes out of bounds on your left side of the screen. Ellis will replace her. Now we've got Anna Romero, sophomore defensive specialist. Get the serve for Thomas. Peyton Hooker's going to try to find Jenna Presscorn. You bet. Second time those two have connected. 13-7 your score. Levitt will check in for Hooker. And Jana Presscorn will serve for the Eagles. Her serve is underway. And Tom is able to keep that one alive. Presscorn to Baruti. Yes! And Husson getting into a rhythm now. They are not out of it just yet.
No, that was just a great execution there. Just the simple set. Again, not too much power on it, just sort of laid it up there for her.
Laid it up for Alana Peruti indeed. Jana Presscorn to serve again. And Poole will lightly tap the one over. And she is doing a great job at throwing the Husson defense off. Wicked good IQ from the junior out of Henderson, Nevada. Camille Gibson back up to serve for the second time tonight. 252 digs on the year for her. What an amazing stat. Here comes Levitt. Her serve out of bounds long, or her hit out of bounds long, excuse me. Thomas up 15-8. Gibson back up to serve. Won the NAC Defensive Player of the Week. Was just named it actually last night. As again, 252 digs. Very good defensive stat. And that one goes out of bounds off of Husson. And now Thomas has doubled the lead here in set one.
Yeah, they're just on a roll as far as just continuing to break down. As you mentioned, the IQ is there for the Terriers. They just continue to find the open space, and they're able to capitalize.
Presscorn will try to set up Julia Levitt on the outside. Mistimes her hit. 17-8 now.
It's just, again, another little mistake that's costing the Eagles right now, costing them on the scoreboard. That's something that you don't want to have too many of if you're going to come back in this game. Those are the things, those are the little things that you're going to have to work on.
Gibson's serve goes out of bounds. And like what you were saying, Philip, Husson already has 5 errors on the attack side. 2 service errors. They're going to want to clean that up if they want to have a shot. Michaela Gray's serve is underway. And badly hit there from Jordan Child. And yeah, there's Husson first to 10 points. Thanks to the ace from Michaela Gray. Gray's serve is up. Dig there nicely by Romero. And Gray will let that one go out of bounds. Point for the Eagles. Again, first to 25. Wins the set. Husson still has a long hill to climb, but they can certainly do it. That serve from Michaela Gray goes long.
And just when you thought the Eagles were just stringing together some points here, 3 straight in a row, now give away off of the serve. Again, as you mentioned, Owen, it's going to be a tough hill for them.
Now we will see Carissa Katoya. Usually plays libero, but dressed up as a defensive specialist tonight. Gray, press scoring. Daniels, count it. Eagles will get back possession here. Another substitution for Thomas. Pull in for Katoya. Alana Prudy now, the captain. Serves for Husson. Pull is going to try to set up Child on the outside. They are not able to connect.
Now Childs that time just trying to go the side of Daniels, trying to maybe catch her off guard with a little hit there, but again, just not able to do so.
Prudy's serve is up. Pull will find Child. And that hit again. Not able to find over the net. And Husson now is only down 4 after being down as much as 8. Lindsay Poole to set up Gibson. And now here comes the hit from Levitt outside. So it will be a point for the Terriers. Albrahi back up to serve for Thomas. 27 aces on the year. Or excuse me, 6 aces on the year.
And she's someone that you don't want to have get back in that rhythm. She caused the Eagles a lot of trouble last time she was serving.
Michaela Gray's soft hit will go out of bounds. Thomas the first to 20. Albrahi will take her time with this serve. Daniels and Kenzie Bills will let that one go out of bounds. And now Thomas is 4 points away from clinching this first set, Phillip.
Yeah, exactly. And the Eagles just, again, failing to capitalize. Really, the miscommunication is the biggest thing. Not really necessarily where you want it as far as the setting is concerned this half, although that was brilliant.
Great IQ there from the graduate student Levitt as she's able to find the open spot on that left side. She's trying to keep the Eagles in it. Now Peyton Hooker to serve for the Eagles. And Lindsay Poole to find LaBelle. Dig there by Hooker. That was a great dig there from Camille Gibson. That's why she was the NAC Defensive Player of the Week. But it will still end up with a point for the Eagles. But, wow, great ability there.
Absolutely.
Almost worked out for them. Poole to LaBelle. Blocked by Daniels and Foss. And your Eagles are only down 4.
And the Eagles
Once
just
again
climbing out of their hole. Great block there. Stringing together a few points here.
Husson will get a free ball here. And Jana Prescorn slams it home. 21-18 now your score. And since Peyton Hooker has taken over serving, they've gone on a little run late in this set. Poole will try to find. He's going to try to find Romero. That will go out of bounds. Deficit now 2.
Well, the Eagles just riding the wave here. The wave of Peyton Hooker. Again, we'll have to see now. We knew this was going to be a close game coming in. It's delivering so far, Owen.
Absolutely. And I think Ellis was thinking that one was going to go out of bounds, but LaBelle is able to find the line there. And of course, anything that hits the line is considered in play. And so now Thomas leads 22-19. What a great first set we're having, though, on senior night. Presscorn's hit is good. 5 kills already for her in the game. Now the Eagles have it at 20. Leah Peliquin will check in for Daniels.
Service has certainly been a lot better for the Eagles as this set goes on for them. We're seeing it reflecting on the scoreboard now.
Now Poole will find Bills. That one's digged, however. And great job there from Thomas. That was Marissa Cates. 23-20. Thomas leads. It is still anyone's game, however.
Well, we've seen how quickly the Eagles can capitalize on mistake. Again, Thomas, you just want to make sure that you're just continuing to do the things right.
Absolutely. Brooklyn Barbeau will serve for Thomas. Payne Hooker to Foss. Tried for the quick spike there. Didn't go well, and now Thomas is 1 point away from clinching set 1 here at the Newman Gymnasium.
Yeah, just the presence there of Cates in the middle, I think, just threw Foss off there, trying to just get it around her hands as she came up to block it.
The serve is up from Cates. Payne Hooker to Michaela Gray. And Husson, again, still not out of it. They're going to have to be perfect from here on out, however, if they want to come back and clinch set 1. Now checked in for the first time today will be Jonna Travis, the sophomore out of Calais.
And she's coming in having to just be perfect here.
The serve is digged by Gibson. Cates over to Poole. And Thomas wins set 1 by a score of 25-21. Philip, what'd you like out of that?
Well, it was just all Thomas at first. They communicating very well. They were just setting really well and finishing well. And then it just became really more of Husson's errors that cost them. I mean, they got down, I think the gap was 8 at one point that they were at. And then Husson's, you saw them slowly come back. But in the end, of course, just Thomas, having built such a good advantage earlier, able to just ride that and stomp out the comeback from Husson.
We will be right back for set 2 on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Again, if you are just tuning in to tonight's senior night, I'm Owen Snow giving you all the play-by-play. And I'm alongside my color guy, Philip Robarge. Again, set one, ended 25-21. Thomas coming up with that win. They got off to a huge start at first, Philip, but then Husson tried to climb back, but it was too much of a hill to climb, and Thomas still ended up winning it.
Exactly, and it's just going to be a matter of, we said it in the first set, just a matter of continuing to ensure that, you know, your service is good to your outside hitters and ensuring that you're not making any mistakes defensively. I think they really did show up a lot better as the set went on, and you want to see more of that momentum, but you did feel that they never truly got a good enough run going to really challenge Thomas enough as they would have wanted. So I think that's going to be the key for Husson in this set, is to really get a good rally going and get some points behind you that'll lead to more confidence.
Absolutely. And now we'll see Lindsay Poole serve for Thomas. Mae Morris back into the game for the first time today. She will play libero. Levitt takes it over to Hooker, to Michaela Gray. And Gibson will save that one, but Jordan Child not able to corral it. And now Husson takes the lead for the first time actually tonight, Philip.
Exactly, and Childs again just not, she didn't have the first set that she would have wanted. A couple of mistakes from her, and can maybe Husson play to something like that in this half. It could be a strategy, you never know.
Speaking of Jordan Child, she hit that one and then give the ace to Michaela Gray. 2-0 quickly for the Eagles, and they definitely want to capitalize a lot more after losing set one. Gray serve will go out of bounds left. Now Zainab Albrahi will serve for the Terriers. Taking her time with the serve. Now it's up. Hooker to find Prescorn. Thomas, good try to keep it alive there. But Jana Prescorn hammers that one home. Peruti subs in for Foss. Now to serve is Amanda Mae Morse. The hit from LaBelle is good.
Yeah, just capitalizing there. Again, as we mentioned so much, she did so well to find space and get kills in that first set. She started strong in her second set, Owen.
Yes, she did. LaBelle, 115 kills coming into tonight's contest. She's added 5 today. Peyton Hooker. Julia Levitt. Yes! Again, I feel like when Peyton Hooker comes into the game, her setting ability is unmatched. And being only a freshman, she has 4 more years to even master that craft.
Yeah, and she's got coaches, especially in Olivia McIntyre, who just so skilled in setting the ball, so she certainly has a lot of experience to sort of glean off of and to continue to grow.
Mae Morris will easily dig that one. And Kate McPhee checking into the game for the first time. Gets the kill for the Eagles. Again, McPhee, another freshman on this team, standing at a very tall 6 foot, opposite side, right side hitter. And definitely plays better than that freshman level. Jana Prescorn's serve is up. Mae Morris, Prescorn, Peruti. Albrahi will let that one go out of bounds.
Yeah, trying to set up there as they did last set with that quick set up to Peruti, but just didn't quite get the jump off as she would have wanted.
Serve for Thomas will be Brooklyn Barbeau. Levitt Diving. McPhee will hit that one over. Pull, tip shot, easily saved by Prescorn. Great dig there by Poole. She will hit that one. Gray able to keep it alive. And blocked by McPhee. She will be credited the kill.
Yeah, just smart by McPhee there. Knew that Thomas was scrambling, they're backpedaling, and they just wanted to get it over, recognizing it, able to get out in front of it early, which results in a kill for her.
6-3 is your score, Eagles. Leah Peliquin, her serve is up. And Romero. Dick Gibson. Nice dive and dig. And the spin on that hit from Michaela Gray. Gets that one over the net, and she will get another kill.
And this is where you don't want to take your foot off the gas. If you are the Eagles, you've got a lead now. Here's what we talked about in the open coming into this set, is that you really want to make sure that you're doing everything you can to ensure that you get a rally going and get a bigger and bigger lead.
That serve, last serve by Leah Peliquin, went out of bounds long. And now to serve is Romero. Grace hit. Count it again.
And she's just been the spark for this Husson team. Again, another big play for her. Able to get another kill. The Eagles look strong right now, Owen.
And now that will be 4 kills already for Michaela Gray. We have just started set 2. And that hit there from Child goes into the bleachers. Eagles up 9-4. Timeout called by Thomas head coach MJ Rose. Eagles are up 9-4 early into the second set. And we will be right back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Don't back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. If you are just tuning in, it's Owen Snow alongside Philip Robarge. 9-4 is your current score in set 2. Eagles winning. And junior captain Alana Peruti will serve for the Eagles. Her serve will go out of bounds. And now libero Camille Gibson to serve for Thomas. 27 aces coming into tonight's match. Her serve is up. Prescorn to find McPhee. The hit there from Child is no good. Eagles up to double digits already.
It's so important, too, coming out of a timeout like this. You can often, it is the strategy to sort of cool off any momentum that has been happening so far in the game, but so important for the Eagles now, as they are on top by a lot, to just continue to have that momentum and not let up here.
And good block back by Daly Foss. Poole's hit is digged nicely by Peyton Hooker. Prescorn's hit there went long, but good try nonetheless. 10-6 your score. I see a couple substitutions for the Terriers. Carissa Katoya into the game as she will serve. Her serve is underway. Peyton Hooker. Will she find Prescorn? Yes! Prescorn able to hit that one over every Thomas defender and find and paint the right top corner nicely for that kill. And now she has 7 kills already. Now Michaela Gray will serve. Dig there. Hooker tried to save that one, but it will go as a point for the Terriers.
Yeah, just a little bit of a miscommunication there. See the conversation between the two of them as Prescorn just that time trying to go out to her attacking position, didn't realize that ball was not going to get over.
Levitt able to hit that one over, diving. The hit there is good by Bills. Kenzie Bills, the senior on this Thomas team, actually she's not from the United States, Philip. She's from Alberta, Canada. So traveling a long distance, because Alberta, that's like Western Canada. So you travel a long way. Come play in Maine. Again, Thomas College located in Waterville. About an hour from Bangor. Cole able to keep that one alive for Thomas. Hooker try to set up Levitt. Again, both teams rallying nicely. Julia Levitt hammers it home.
That was just set up so well. You can see Husson just working their attack around, almost playing to the defense and the parrying of Thomas.
Julia Ellis gets serving duties for the Eagles. Her serve is underway. That one doesn't go over. And Thomas gets another point on the board. 12-9 your score. LaBelle given the chance to serve for the Terriers. Hooker will look to set up Levitt. And off the hands of LaBelle. Give Levitt another kill. That will be her 6th of the match. And Husson have been able to get a lot more offensive opportunities as Jana Prescorn's serve is up. Gibson able to dig that one very low to the ground. Jana Prescorn not able to keep that one alive.
Yeah, just a little bit of a falter that time, but you're right, Owen. Husson have just been able to maintain this lead. They've been really more comfortable than they were in that first set. Just took them a while to really get going, you did feel, but this is a much better set from the Eagles here, and it's showing on the scoreline.
They have been able to keep the lead this entire set. Prescorn decided to set up McPhee on that left side. Dig nicely by Gibson. McPhee, we'll see what they call, and they're going to say McPhee hit the net, so Thomas will bring their total up to 11 in this set. So an attack error from Kate McPhee will give Thomas possession on this serve from Barbeau. Poole will just hit that one over to Michaela Gray on Husson's side. And now McPhee's hit goes out of bounds. Too much power on that one. And now Thomas is only down by 1. They're making a comeback in this set. Barbeau to serve. Ellis will let that one go over her head. And now Leah Peliquin will sub in for Julia Levitt as she will now be given a serve.
That was really the first time, maybe the second time, that Thomas has really made a glaring mistake. Most of the mistakes that have been made by the Eagles. Thomas not really taking too much control of the set in the same way that the Eagles have. So it's certainly, this comeback is more down to Husson, you would feel.
McPhee keeps that one alive for Husson. A rally going now. Prescorn, Ellis, Gray, Gibson. Great dive and try, but Eagles will now stretch their lead to 3.
Yeah, you said it in that first set. We're seeing why Gibson was named the Defensive Player of the Week. She's just so good at making tough plays. Really felt like there was no chance for her there.
And the block there from Kate McPhee will give Husson another point. Again with her. She's the tallest player on this Eagles team, standing at an even 6 foot. She's one of those big players in the middle to watch out for. Prescorn, Ellis, Gray just lightly tapped that over. Romero, dive and dig by Prescorn. And that one will hit a bar, and Thomas is able to get the kill.
Oh my goodness.
What a play. Again, we're at the Newman Gymnasium. Anything's in play here. That one hit the bar, and Thomas able to get that one.
That's got to be so unlucky for the Eagles, especially with Prescorn just making that diving play moments ago to give up the point there. But as you said, Owen, everything in play here. Sometimes you just got to shake your head and move on.
I think last week or the week before, I saw the volleyball hit the basketball hoop, the one up there. As I was saying that, Thomas gets another point on the board. But yeah, it can really hit anything in this gymnasium. As long as it doesn't hit the floor, anything's in play. And now, Romero continuing to serve. Prescorn able to keep that one alive. And now Child with the hit, blocked by Michaela Gray. Count it. Eagles up 17-14.
You saw what Childs was trying to do there, trying to just lift it over. But again, just unable to really get it by those Eagles in front.
Pretty serve. Big by Gibson. Prescorn. Peliquin not able to keep that one alive. Great dive and try, but Thomas continuing to come back. They have not given up whatsoever. Even when you feel like Husson's starting to get a big lead, Thomas shuts that door.
Well, to their credit, I mean, they've just played really, really well this half, despite, again, not being quite where they want to be on the scoreline so far. They have stuck with the Eagles. They've not given up. It's not been a runaway for them, and where it easily could have been. And then 1 or 2 bounces, as we saw, going their way. A couple defensive standouts for them, too, that have helped the way in just making this lead a small one for the Eagles.
Absolutely. Just give credit to Thomas's strong defense, too. Gibson already with 7 digs on the night. Prescorn slams it. And that will bring her kill total to 8 to go along with 9 assists as well, Philip. She's one of those players that just lights up the stat sheet in so many ways.
She's just in sync right now. Everything that we can see so far from her has been really, really good. But again, here come the Terriers.
Husson the first 220 here in set 2. Again, if you're just tuning in on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, it's Owen Snow doing play-by-play, Philip Robarge doing color. Peyton Hooker's serve is underway. And Julia Ellis and Peyton Hooker, miscommunication there on who was going to get that ball. As we've got a couple substitutions now for the Terriers. And we see Carissa Kotoya come in. Really comes in into the match for her serving ability. It's what we've mainly seen her do. Ellis will field that one. Hooker to find Prescorn. And the block up front by LaBelle and Child gives Thomas 17 points now in set 2.
Again, LaBelle just strong. She's been sort of quiet this last couple of points, but just coming back that time, getting a block along with Childs, as you said.
Ellis to field that one to Peyton Hooker. We'll try to find Michaela Gray on the right side. Prescorn to field that one cleanly. Hooker. As we're going to get a call here. Flagmen saying that was inbounds. And so, give credit for the Eagles on that point. They're going to credit Peyton Hooker with the kill. Her first one of the match. Really not known for being a hitter, however. She likes to set her teammates up. Blocked there. And Husson now only needs 3 points to clinch this second set. Michaela Gray now. Can she keep it alive for the Eagles? Levitt will just hit that one over to Gibson. A block there by Foss. Doesn't go anywhere. And Terriers will get back their possession as Albrahi will be subbed in to serve.
Yeah, it was LaBelle again on the kill there. Able to just, as you said, find a hole, find a way past Foss. Great piece of play. There she was again.
Hooker to Prescorn. Powerful hit. Eagles up 23-18.
Yeah, she has just been the difference for the Eagles this set. She was there in the first set, but now really just taking this game by the scruff of the neck. Again, just a great play all around from the Eagles now trying to just close it out.
Here comes a serve from Jonna Travis, who just checked in for the Eagles. LaBelle's hit is blocked. Thomas keeps it alive. Hooker to Levitt. Blocked there by LaBelle. And what a play from her. She's one of the better middle blockers in this conference for good reason, too. Just look at that one, Phillip.
Absolutely. I mean, she's just doing everything for the Terriers right now, just trying to do everything she can to just keep them alive here.
23-19 Eagles. However, Thomas has the upper hand with this serve. Let's see what Addison LaBelle can do. Levitt to field that to Peyton Hooker to Prescorn. Tip shot is good.
You can almost guarantee it, Owen, every single time that Prescorn just strikes it, no matter if she's putting all her force behind it or, again, just a little float like that, a little floater, just able to find that space. Now the Eagles, Owen, just 1 point away here.
That floater shot, considered a tip shot in volleyball terms. Prescorn serve is up. Michaela Gray, Prescorn, Levitt. Dig there by Gibson. Free ball for the Eagles as Prescorn will find Levitt again. This time for a tip shot. Save there by Gibson once again. And Eagles take set 2 by a score of 25-19. Phillip, what did you see different from this Eagles team in this set?
Well, just a lot more calmness, Owen. Just a lot more just reliability. They can rely on the people who they are setting the ball to that they will finish. They really didn't have many mistakes that I can really remember in this last set that they did in the first set. In the first set, of course, they had just a lot more. That's what caused them to just never really be able to come back. But we saw them get a lead early in the set, keep the lead, keep the pace. Yes, the Terriers continued with them, but they didn't show any sort of, backing down when the Terriers were getting close in time and time again. It became close in this set, but the Eagles just continued to be resilient. And to their credit, I mean, they do deserve to be winning that set, and now it's just a completely different game here, Owen, as the sets are tied.
Absolutely. give all the credit right now to the junior Jana Prescorn. Double digits already. 10 kills, 12 assists. Again, her and Peyton Hooker's connection is something special. We'll be back in 2 minutes on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Getting ready to start set 3 in tonight's senior night volleyball matchup, North Atlantic Conference play. Thomas College coming into the Newman Gymnasium to play the Husson University Eagles. If you are just tuning in, it's Owen Snow alongside Philip Robarge. Husson winning set 2 by a score of 25-19. They are now tied at 1 apiece on sets. Again, first team of three-set wins comes home with the W. And to start the serve-in duties here in set 3, it will be Husson's star freshman Peyton Hooker, who has 12 assists already in these first 2 sets. And she's someone to look out for, a difference maker on this Husson offense. That serve just doesn't find over, hits the net, and Thomas the first ones to score here. Now Camille Gibson to serve for the Terriers. Her serve goes way out of bounds. Too much power. So quick start and quick end for both teams. 2 back-to-back service errors. Now Michaela Gray gets the nod of serving for the Eagles. Pull way out of bounds. Back-to-back errors now for Thomas. 2-1 your score, Eagles. Here comes the serve from Gray. LaBelle, great tip shot there as she ties it up early. 8 kills now for her on the night. Had 4 kills in the last game against University of Maine Fort Kent to go along with 6 aces as well. Now to serve will be Persa Kotoya. Peliquin now in a libero position as she's wearing a different colored jersey. Prescorn's hit is digged there by Kotoya. Peliquin to Prescorn, out of bounds. Thomas retakes the lead, 3-2. One thing I want to point out is Husson is doing very well on their service aces, had 4-1 in that category against Thomas. It's really one reason why they've been playing so well all night. Presscorn keeps that one alive for the Eagles. And Levitt taps that one back over, and Thomas not able to corral it. We are tied up at 3.
And I think the difference maker in this one for the Eagles is how will they respond after those mistakes that they made. Of course, the shot from Presscorn going a little wide, and they show up and show out again, just ensuring that their mistakes won't get the better of them today. And you've got to want to continue in that sort of form if you're going to really continue and get anything out of this game today.
Getting a substitution for Thomas. It will be Zainab Al-Brahi. Her serve is up. Gray, nice dig there. Hooker to Levitt. Try to go for the tip shot. Thomas able to keep that one alive. And now Hooker will look to set up Presscorn. She will do that easily. Again, like we were saying, at the end of that last set, Presscorn, one of the very big highlights of tonight. That gives her 11 kills now, to go along with 12 assists. Got a double-double already. LaBelle, dig there by Presscorn. McPhee will have to hit that one over. Poole. And there's a kill from Kenzie Bills. Had a team high 11 kills in that last game against Fort Kent just 2 days ago on Wednesday. That one ended a clean 3-0 sweep. Peliquin not able to field that one cleanly. Thomas getting out to the early 6-4 lead here in set 3. Addison LaBelle to serve. Presscorn to find Levitt. Her tip try is no good. And now Thomas is up by 3 now.
It's almost a little reminiscent of that first set. It really does feel like the Eagles are a lot more vulnerable in this set than they were last set. So have to see just with the ebb and flows of this game. Again, it's going to be that response. How do you get yourself out of this sort of position when you are vulnerable, making a few mistakes, and keep yourself in the game? That's something that they didn't quite do with that first set, but they did well in that second set. And even when they did have a few mistakes, they continued on as they had the lead. And again, they're going to have to just show that same resiliency in this set.
Now Kimberly Daniels checked in, will serve. Bills hit way long, and 6-7 is your score. Thomas leads. However, Husson will continue to serve. Kimberly Daniels. Albrahi to Gibson. To Romero. Dig by Peliquin. Albrahi diving for that one. Great awareness there from Peruti to hit that one back over. Good rally we've got going from both sides. McPhee's hit goes long. Thomas with the point.
It's the third time that either side have just been long with their hits when they do get the sets to these outside hitters. And something that you do see a lot of offense from your outside hitters, but again, you really just, in this case, sometimes when they're not on target as this is, you're going to lose points.
Presscorn will try to find Michaela Gray. Dig there by Albrahi. McPhee will get her try. And it's good. Eagles now only down by 1 again. 8-7 your score. Now Peruti will serve. Nice serve there. Albrahi with the dive and dig. That one will paint the top left corner. Good job there. And Thomas now back up by 2. One thing I want to point out, Philip, head coach Carl Lebsack has not taken a timeout all night. You think he's wanted to take that approach, or you think it's just how the game is played?
I think it's just how the game is played. You got to recognize, again, how your team is looking. If you do think that they are being vulnerable and they are just out of sorts, you do want to stop that flow of the other team. But again, he'll feel that his team can just continue on as they're going, and he doesn't need to necessarily bail them out.
Romero's serve is up. And that will be a service error. Husson regains possession. Peyton Hooker back in for the Eagles. She will serve. Poole. And Prescorn again tries to dig that one cleanly. Can't find Daly Foss in the middle. Here is Camille Gibson. Hooker to Prescorn. That one will be too long on the hit. Now Thomas takes a 12-8 lead in set 3. Peliquin to Prescorn. Easy save for Gibson. And they're going to say Lindsey Poole hit the net, so that will be an error on Thomas. Gray now up for serving duties. Barbeau keeps that one alive. Here comes Prescorn, tip shot. Read there by Romero. Nice dig there from Leah Peliquin. Tip shot from Levitt. Finds the line and is in.
Yeah, just very, very close in there. Hard to get that one perfect, but a great job there from Levitt to do so.
That will be her 7th kill of the night. Good block there from Levitt. And back-to-back kills for her now, as the Eagles are now down 1.
Yeah, she's leading the charge for the Eagles right now, trying to get them back into this set. They very much are back in it. Only down 1. We'll have to see if she can just continue that.
Gibson will have to hit that one over. Gray, Peliquin, Prescorn will be out of bounds.
Again, now just the 3rd straight time now that she's been set to that she's just not on target with it, but when she is on target, we know the result, Owen.
Absolutely. Now, Kotoya, Rhode Island native here in Bangor, Maine. Prescorn almost hits the scores table. Keep that one alive. Hooker, nice dig. Levitt, back to back to back. Keeping the Eagles in it.
Yeah, it's really, Eagles have really flipped the script. I mean, they were really just caught out by a lot of those tip shots last set. And now, I mean, they just seem to be ready for it defensively. And we've seen, of course, Levitt using that to her advantage now and catching Thomas off guard with it.
A block there from Peruti. Ties the game. 13-all. These Eagles are showing out on senior night. Peliquin's serve is up. Will be an error. Thomas to regain the lead. Brahe will serve. Levitt will field that to Hooker, who will find Gray. And good job from Thomas to keep that one alive. Really nice job there. Here comes Levitt. Big there by Brahe. Hooker trying to throw the defense off. Not able to, but Poole will hit that one out left. $14 all. Your score right now. Again, these two teams very even on paper. It's really showing right now. Both teams have one set already, and being tied in this third set just shows that right there. And Jana Prescorn's serve is up. Won't find over on Thomas' side. So quick side out for the Terriers. LaBelle back up to serve. That one not able to field it cleanly off her hand.
Yeah, you can see that time I think she took her eyes off the ball there just for a split second, and when you do that, just throw off all of your hand-eye coordination.
Again, hand-eye coordination, very important, especially in a sport like volleyball. Brahe will hit that one over the bench, over the Thomas bench. Give the ace to Kimberly Daniels. 16-15 your score. Eagles have the lead. Gibson able to field that one. And good job there. That one went over the head of Leah Peliquin. Give credit to the kill from Lindsay Poole. Brooklyn Barbeau's serve is up. Peruti spikes that one home.
Again, it's just the design play for Peruti, able to execute it well. It's not the first time that she's hit that against Thomas. Just working to great effect.
She's played Thomas a lot in her career now, being a junior. She knows how this Thomas team plays. She's using that to her advantage. However, she will find the service error. And now 17, all your score. Again, this set is really back and forth for both teams.
Exactly. No team really establishing much control, and from where they are in the standings, from where they are, just the two teams, it's really evident here that we do have very, very even squads facing off against each other.
That last kill was from the sophomore outside hitter, Michaela Gray. Again, leading the team in kills on the season. Hooker's serve is fielded by Child. Hooker will try to find Gray. Dig there by Romero. Hooker over to Foss. Barbeau, easy time with that. Hooker able to keep that one alive. Poole. And Thomas ties it up once again.
Just back and forth they go. Stride for stride, these two just continuing.
Freshman Gibson out of New York to serve for Thomas. Hooker to find Prescorn. Her hit doesn't go inbounds.
That's just not been her set. She was just on target for so much of the last set. But this set, she just really hasn't been able to find that as she did previously, and that's kind of why the Eagles aren't able to mount much control in this one.
The set from Barbeau to LaBelle. Can't find it. Levitt in for Ellis. We are tied up at 19 here in set 3 on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. If you are just tuning in, I'm Owen Snow. He's Philip Robarge. Good job there from Jenna Prescorn. She just lightly tapped that one.
Yeah, again, she recognized that that one was just too hard. She knew that that was going to go over, so she put herself just in the right position there and found the open space.
Michaela Gray will get the ace for the Eagles. Again, ref saying that one was inbounds. And now Husson up 21-19. Magic number is 4. Good job there from Romero. Hooker to Prescorn. Thomas keeps it alive. Voss gets blocked. Husson won't keep it alive. Will be 4 hits. But wow, great inside middle presence.
Absolutely.
Thanks to Addison LaBelle.
Absolutely. It's LaBelle and Childs again in there. Just they were ready for Prescorn there. They were ready. They knew she was going to get it in that spot and looked to just slam it. But again, just strategic from the Terriers, keeping themselves in it.
And good job there from Peliquin and Gray to let that serve go out of bounds. And 22-20 here in set 3. Eagles need 3 more to take this set home and have the advantage. Peliquin. Here comes Bills. Peliquin over to Prescorn. Poole will field that one cleanly. Gibson will find Child. Hooker, nice dig. Poole once again, saving that one. Both teams doing a great job with the rally. Levitt. And that one was inbounds. Thomas with the point.
That was a nice rally there and just able to find that line. Again, just great in terms of just placement.
Give LaBelle 9 kills now on the night. Tied with Poole in that department. Albrahi. Hooker try to keep that one alive and find Gray. They aren't able to connect. And we are tied up at 22-all. This set is really important for both sides, and not one team is giving up yet.
Exactly. You're looking at whoever loses this set. I mean, you're in the hole. You do not want to be in a position where you can give the game away. So both teams really wanting to win this set, as you mentioned, Owen.
Levitt. Dig there by Gibson. Blocked there by Peruti. That went out of bounds. Husson now with the upper hand.
Again, just the brilliance of Peruti there. Right place, right time. She's just, since coming in and to that middle position, she has really provided the spark for the Eagles.
Prescorn to serve. Gibson, I think that was off her face. They keep it alive, however. Peruti slammed home. What a kill from Alana Peruti.
They went back to the well, Owen, and they were able to find water. Again to Peruti. Thomas has been hit by that multiple times now, and right when Husson needed it, she delivered.
And the serve from Prescorn. Thomas not out of it yet. 24-23, your score.
Again, it's LaBelle just on one side is Peruti for the Eagles. On the other side, it's been LaBelle for Thomas. She has just been there every single set for the Terriers, continuing to just keep them in it.
Levitt for McPhee. Diving by LaBelle. Prescorn keeps that one alive. And we are tied up at 24. Again, remember, it's win by 2. So, needs to be the first of 26. Or however long it keeps going if the score is still 1. Peliquin, Prescorn. McPhee not able to find that one over. And Thomas with the advantage.
Yeah, McPhee there just being blocked off by Prescorn, who came in and just nowhere she can go. Nowhere she can really get a good hit across, and we'll see a timeout here.
Coach Carl Lebsat taking his first timeout of the entire night. We will take a timeout as well. We'll be back in a minute. We are back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Thomas, they need one more point to clinch home set 3. Can they do it for, can Addison LaBelle do it for the Terriers? Their serve is underway. That one goes out of bounds. We are tied back up.
That was huge, Owen, for the Eagles. A reprieve there. Now we'll have to see what they can do. Again, they've been given a lifeline here. They're back into this one, back tied. Have to see what they can do. Again, such an important set. You do not want to lose this one.
Kimberly Daniels to serve for the Eagles. So Elbrahi will clean that one up. Daniels, Prescorn, McPhee. Gibson, dig there. Peliquin, nice job there to chase that one. Michaela Gray. Eagles have the upper hand. Thanks to Michaela Gray. Game set is on the line for Kimberly Daniels. Gibson, dive and dig. Prescorn to set up McPhee. That will be out of bounds. We are tied back up.
Wow. And just big opportunity for the Eagles there to take the set. But again, just unfortunate there for them.
That call could have gone either way, Phillip. But now we will see Brooklyn Barbeau to serve for Thomas. Got the Husson men's soccer team to my left over here in the bleachers. They are getting all fired up along with this entire crowd. Here at the Newman Gymnasium, here comes the serve from Barbeau. Prescorn to Gray. Dig nicely. Julia Ellis. Good dive and try on the dig. Now, game is on the line for Barbeau. Can she do it? See a substitution. Levitt in for Ellis.
Yeah, that's who the Eagles need right now. They need just exactly somebody like Levitt to come in. See if she can get her chance. So influential, her name all over this set.
Prescorn to McPhee. Good dig there from Barbeau. Levitt able to dig that one. Prescorn will try to find Levitt back. Now a rally going from both sides. Here's Poole. Prescorn dive and try. Keep that one alive. Peliquin. Prescorn. Gray. Tip shot. Saved. Poole. Gray. Another good dig by Lindsay Poole. Both teams not giving up. There's Peruti. What a shot from her. And both teams tied back up again.
Again, the tip shot. Just her bread and butter so far. Coming up big for her again.
We have a game, Philip, indeed. Peruti to serve. Poole just have to hit that one over. Prescorn trying to throw off the Thomas defense, not able to. And Husson now with the advantage. 28-27.
Yeah, not only do they have the advantage on, but they have the crowd into it now. We're hearing the Husson men's soccer team just elevating the crowd here. It's exactly what you want for the Eagles.
Here's Barbeau trying to find Poole. Eagles take set 3. 29-27. Philip, what did you like from Husson? Give me a rundown.
Absolutely. I mean, just the resiliency from them. Just when they needed to be. They're big players. Alana Peruti. And that Husson men's soccer team just going wild. But again, when they needed to, and they have just been strong and showing up. Julia Levitt has her name all over that last set. I mean, she was just influential in keeping Husson in it and giving them a lead. And again, you go into situations where you are tied, and now just who's going to step up for you in those big moments. And we saw it with just Alana Peruti there stepping up when Husson needed her. And in the end, just deserving to win the set.
Give credit to Alana Peruti, but Kate McPhee with the set-winning block to give the Eagles that set. Now they take the 2-1 lead with all the momentum right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Getting ready to start set 4 on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Owen Snow alongside Philip Robarge. You were just tuning in. Husson with a win in set 3 by a score of 29-27. Both teams rallying huge. That one late. Husson able to come out on top. Now with the advantage, Philip, what does Thomas have to do to stay alive?
Well, they certainly stayed alive in these last couple of sets. They will feel unfortunate that they couldn't just take one of them. But, I mean, you just got to look to Addison LaBelle. I mean, she has just been the light for this team so far. She's just been a beacon of light. There's no getting around it. And, you know, you just got to continue to rely on her to make those big plays. She came up big, of course, in the last set. And defensively, you just got to do a little bit better. Gibson has done all she can in there. But, I mean, you just got to sure up some stuff defensively and make one or two less mistakes. And I think they will get another set here. This one could easily go to 5, Owen.
It can easily go to 5, and Thomas will start off with the lead in set 4. Again, yeah, Addison LaBelle. She's been one of the star players, along with Lindsay Poole. Both of them have 10 kills each. Peliquin. Hooker. Press scored. What a dig by Anna Romero. Hooker will try again, this time to Gray. Tip shot will just sneak out of bounds. But good try nonetheless from the Eagles.
Again, just Romero there on that dig from that press court strike. I mean, it was just absolutely a great play by her.
Here comes Prescorn. Thomas trying to keep that one alive. They do so. Hooker. Foss able to keep that one alive for the Eagles, and it will turn into a point.
Yeah, that one just going off of Poole there, unlucky for her, but the Eagles will take it. And Thomas, early doors, but Thomas do look, I mean, like they can a lot more confident, not like a team that's just come out and lost a big set. So again, that's that resiliency that Husson's going to have to watch out for. This is a team that just don't know when they are beat, and they never quit. As has seen in almost every one of these sets here, all of them have been close, and I don't doubt that that will continue.
Here comes Zainab Albrahi to serve for Thomas. Levitt to Prescorn. Blocked there. Husson can't keep it alive. Thomas will keep the possession on the serve. Albrahi continuing to serve. 4-1, Thomas leads. Peyton Hooker to Levitt. Beautiful kill. Make that 16 assists now for Hooker, tied with Prescorn for a game high. Now here's Leah Peliquin. Poole for Kenzie Bills. That one goes out of bounds. Good job there by Levitt. Just hit that one over. She gets a second try and throws it down. Just a pure scorer, pure outside hitter for the Eagles.
Exactly. Just a graduate student, just showing her experience there. Just able to get that one up and over the defenders' heads.
Here's Poole trying to set up LaBelle. Blocked by Levitt. And she'll let that one go out of bounds. And what a start to the set she's having.
Exactly. Just like that, the Eagles were down 3 early. Now they're up by 1. So it's certainly just this game remaining close.
Good job by Anna Romero to let Peliquin serve go out of bounds. Not touching that one. Terriers to regain possession where LaBelle will serve. 5-all your score. Hooker to find Levitt on the left side. She goes for more of a tip shot. And Eagles with the point.
Poole and Bills there. Just a little bit of miscommunication. Not sure who was going to get it, and just as a result, ends in a point lost.
Now, Prescorn, one of the star players on the Eagles, has made a big impact tonight, certainly. Here's LaBelle. Eagles keep it alive. And Levitt. Ref is going to say 4 hits for the Eagles and give Thomas the point. Again, the ref down there, Philip, is locked in tonight.
Yeah, he is. Has not made, well, in soccer, it's not made a foot wrong, but he's not using his feet, so it's not
using his hands.
Hand gesture wrong. I don't know how to correlate that, but not made a foot wrong anyways.
Prescorn to find Levitt. Wow, that one just went over the net. Kind of like glided a little bit on the net for a second. Finally lays over on Thomas' his side.
Exactly.
And Julia Levitt with the kill.
It just hung up there just enough that the entire front line just had no idea what to do with it. Again, that ball can bounce absolutely anywhere here.
Bounce, roll, you name it. Service error from Daniels. We'll tie it up here in set 4. Again, Husson has the 2-1 set advantage right now after a big set 3 win that ended 29-27, if you remember. Gray. Prescorn. Gray will just have to hit this one over. No look. Julie Ellis will just hit that one over to Thomas. The big kill by Lindsay Poole gives Thomas the lead, 8-7.
Yeah, she recognized where the space was there. She knew that she could just drill it, and drill it she did.
Now to serve is Romero. Prescorn to Gray. Out of bounds. Thomas with the 2-point lead.
Yeah, it's not really too much of a worry for the Eagles. They've already been down 3 this set. They certainly know that they can come back. That fuels confidence.
And as you were saying that, Philip, Michaela Gray will continue her strong night with her 9th kill of the game. This Husson offense has been so strong, 43-31 on the kills. Just too many service errors and errors in general for the Eagles. That would be their 15th service error of the night.
Yeah, it's just, again, one of those areas where they're going to need to really continue to work on. That's part of the reason why, big part of the reason why all of these sets have been so close. The Eagles never really getting much dominance out of a set.
And that one just took a bad bounce off Prescorn's hands. Thomas up 11-8. Here comes the serve from Camille Gibson, the libero. Ref will call that inbounds. And an ace for Gibson. Rain and Knack Defensive Player of the Week, just named it yesterday. She has made an impact all night for this Terriers team. 15 total digs. Ellis. Prescorn. Gray. Off the hands of Jordan Child. So Eagles with the point. You'll see Peyton Hooker clock back in. And for her serving ability. Kate McPhee will come off.
Yeah, she'll want to have a good serve here. Mount this Eagles comeback.
Gibson's hit will go out of bounds. 12-10 now. Thomas only ahead by 2. Barbeau will set up LaBelle. Peliquin, nice read. Gray, you name it. Michaela Gray having a really nice fourth set. And 11 kills now for her.
And if Hooker can just get into a good rhythm here, he mentioned 37 service aces coming in, somebody that can really do it. If she can get into a rhythm, the Eagles can desperately use it here.
Nice dig there from Peyton Hooker. Here comes Presscorn's hit. Off the hands of Brooklyn Barbeau. Eagles tie it up.
Yeah, Barbeau there just didn't have to touch it. That one I do believe was going wide, but she did touch it in the end. And costs her.
LaBelle's soft hit, saved by Hooker. Presscorn will just lightly tap that one over to Gibson. LaBelle, player that loves to use that tip shot to her advantage, will be a... Refs say, keep playing on. Good dig there by Ellis. Here comes Michaela Gray. Good ability, good try there by Romero to keep it alive. Foss is hit out of bounds. Thomas will win that rally.
Yeah, and in the end, it is that set that let her down. Foss just made a little bit too far back with her hand. That's why it popped up for her. She would have just got it to that a bit sooner. That would have fell for her and easily could have been a point.
Now Lindsay Poole will serve. Hooker to find Presscorn on the left side. Dig there by Gibson. Hooker. Presscorn again. Blocked by Child and LaBelle. 14-12 now, your score. Poole serving once again. Hooker to find Michaela Gray now. And LaBelle keeps that one in play. And too many hits there from Julia Ellis. But good credit once again to Addison LaBelle. Very strong player. Only a freshman too. Don't forget that.
Yeah, it was a strong hit too. You can see Ellis just trying to set there, but this just went right through her hands.
Another nice dig there by Gibson.
He's really been the difference maker, Owen.
Absolutely. Gray's hit out of bounds. 16-12, your score, Thomas.
And she can give a lot of credit right there to Gibson, because without her, Thomas would not be here in terms of their points. She has just saved so many. The Eagles will feel that should be on top by a lot more. But again, Gibson just showing why. We mentioned it already in the broadcast. Defensive Player of the Week, well earned.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in a minute. Welcome back to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. I'm Owen Snow alongside my good buddy Philip Robarge. Set 4, 16-12 is your score. Thomas leads, but Husson Still with the set advantage, 2-1 on that department. But here will be the serve from Lindsay Poole, excuse me. Her serve is up. And Leah Peloquin, good job there. Letting that one go out of bounds. Now we'll see Michaela Gray serve once again tonight. She's done a good job. That was fielded by Romero. Bills. Here comes Julia Levitt. Tip shot. And Camille Gibson not able to keep that one alive for the Terriers. And give all the credit there to the graduate Julia Levitt. (16-14) your score. Poole. Levitt. Another good try there by Gibson. Husson able to keep it in play, but dive and dig try from Peloquin, no good. Thomas keeps a 3-point lead here in the fourth set.
It is really now for them as you get closer and closer to 25 to just maintain that cushion. You know, whatever you give up, it can't be more than you are getting, just as it was in the first set.
It's been a great defensive showing for the Terriers, thanks to Albrahi and Gibson. Those two very strong defensively. Foss, the quick hit, doesn't find over the net, excuse me.
Yeah, Hooker just not there with the set as she normally is, has been in this game. Just that little miscommunication there. She wanted that one a little bit higher.
Albrahi's serve is up. Here comes Levitt's powerful hit. Who else but Camille Gibson? Levitt with the soft try. LaBelle not able to hit that one over on the Husson territory. Now with possession, Leah Peloquin getting serving duties. Comes LaBelle, blocked by Peruti. Hooker just taps that one over with her fist. Good job by Gibson to keep it alive. And Levitt able to find that one over. Give a point to Thomas.
Yeah, I believe it was Peruti. Her hands over the net. Can't do that. I believe she did touch it, said the referee.
That one hits the net but goes over. And now Thomas first to 20. Now here comes the serve from Addison LaBelle. Good job by Peyton Hooker to keep that one in play for Husson. Levitt, tip shot. Fortunately doesn't hit off the hand cleanly.
And that's a big point, Owen, for the Terriers. And it gives them quite some breathing room. And now we will see the timeout. Again, just too many little mistakes for the Eagles so far has led to them being down here. Just wanting to talk things over.
Absolutely. You're in this 6-point deficit late in the set. And so if you're Coach Lepzak, you want to regroup your team together and say, hey, we can mount this comeback. We just got to put it into fruition. Can't have any more mistakes.
No, and it will be a lot of encouragement, I would think, from Coach Lebsack there, because he knows obviously his team are good enough to go out and get a lead. They certainly did lead in a few of these sets. They looked dominant just a couple of sets ago, and then they were able to outlast the Terriers last set. So you got to think now he's telling them, you can do this. You can come back and take this set.
Absolutely. And if you're Coach MJ Rose for Thomas, you're just going to say, hey, keep your foot on the gas. Keep doing what you've been doing this whole set. Keep you in this, keep this lead, and keep fighting. Thomas will look to do that as they are down. They need the set really badly. Addison LaBelle to serve for the Terriers. Her serve is up. Daniels back into the game for Husson. She'll get a hit there, digged by LaBelle. Peyton Hooker diving on the ground for that one. Poole keeps it alive. And now we've got a good rally. Can Kimberly Daniels finish it off? She can.
Kimberly Daniels finishing that one off. I think you got to give a lot of credit to Hooker there, providing, and her team just providing coverage for her when she does go down and get that ball with that dig, keeping the play alive for the Eagles, resulting in them to go on and get that point.
She's got 12 digs in the match. And that one off the hands of Zainab Albrahi. Now it's 21-17, your score. Husson back-to-back points. That one was served off the net. Here comes Daniels' hit. Both teams fighting strong in this rally. McPhee's hit, digged by Gibson. Presscorn to find Daniels. Blocked by Romero. That one goes out of bounds, however. Husson with the point.
Well, nonetheless, take nothing away from the block there. Unfortunate for the Terriers that they're not able to capitalize on it. But boy, Owen, we got a game here.
We have. That's 3 consecutive points for the Eagles. Peliquin keeps it alive. What a play. You're on the same wavelength with that call, Phillip. And Husson now only down 2 after being down as many as 6.
Because that was Husson's downfall back in the first set, was those little tip shots. And again, just able to be there. Pelican recognizing that that was dangerous. Just sprawling out to make that play.
Presscorn left side for Daniels. Count it. Eagles down 1.
Well, this has been some kind of comeback from the Eagles. We knew it in the timeout. Coach Lepsak was going to give them all that encouragement, and he sure has, Owen. Something had to have been said in that timeout. This looks like a very different team now coming out of it.
Eagles tie it up. Our ref down there, he is staying dialed in. I mean, this is a very close competitive game. He has to stay locked in.
Absolutely. He cannot afford to have a slip up in this one, especially where this game is so tight.
Dive and try by Leah Peliquin.
Well, I thought she was going to get another one there. It looked to be like she had the read on it, but just not able. That one just a little too far out for her.
That was 6 consecutive points from Husson. Before Thomas finally gets back on the scoreboard. 22-21 your score. Presscorn, McPhee. Poole out of bounds. Husson ties it up again.
Yeah, again, now here's where the crowd can really be a factor when you come into this one. Of course, we've got the Husson men's soccer team, but a lot of people here just very, very loud. And again, just if you're Thomas, that can really rattle you.
It's like a stadium pulse here at the Newman Gymnasium. Really giving Husson the advantage, like you said, in that way. Gibson can't find it. Husson takes the lead. late in set 4. And we will get a timeout from head coach MJ Rose. We'll be back in a minute. Back here in an important final couple plays on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Husson up 23-22 in set 4. If they take home this set, they take home the win. Owen Snow alongside Philip Robards. We've got a tight contest. Serve from Kimberly Daniels. That was kept alive. And Thomas ties it up again.
Daniels, they're just in two minds about what to do. And again, we saw the result of that, but now just the pressure is more so you would feel on the Eagles as they're looking to wrap it up. If you are Thomas coming out of that timeout, you know, just what Coach MJ Rose would have said is just continue to play, continue to keep the pressure on them.
Michaela Gray, that one hits the hoop. And the Eagles take the lead again. They are 1 point away from taking home the W. Well, can they do it?
You mentioned just the weird bounces that do happen here. That one going off the hoop. And now the Eagles, as you mentioned, Owen, just with a chance here to wrap it up.
Alana Peruti off the hand of Child. And the Eagles win at the Juman Gymnasium on senior night. 25-23. Eagles move to 5-1 in North Atlantic Conference play, Philip.
Exactly. This is exactly the type of game that you would have wanted to see. The last game in front of your home fans putting on, I mean, we were treated to just an incredible game here, and this is certainly deserving of the win. They came back, that rally in that last set just spurred on by some great defense, leading to some great offense. I mean, you can list every single one of those players there as just being so influential in how the Eagles have just come back. And again, you forget they lost that first set, and just overall their comeback just spurred on again by their incredible defense.
The three-headed offensive prowess of Jana Prescorn, Julia Levitt, Michaela Gray all had a game high of 13 kills tonight. And moving over in the assist department, 2 players for the Eagles with over 20 assists. Prescorn with 24 and Peyton Hooker with 20. All 4 of those players for the Eagles really decided this one, and good credit to the very strong defensive core of Leah Peliquin. And like you said, Philip, we were treated to a very nice matchup. One thing before we go, I want to take a quick sneak peek at the upcoming schedule for both teams. We'll start off with the visiting Thomas College. On October 28th, they will play at St. Joseph's in an out-of-conference game. And then the following day, on the 29th, they'll play USM. And then on Halloween, they will play versus Umpy in a doubleheader North Atlantic Conference matchup. And Thomas will play at their home court in that one. And then for the Eagles, they will travel to Vermont on Halloween weekend. They will play Vermont State Johnson and Vermont State Linden. Both those North Atlantic Conference games. And so, from me and my good partner, Philip, we were treated with a very good volleyball senior night matchup. Again, 3-1, your final score here at the Newman Gymnasium. Husson takes this one, and we will see you all next time on the Husson Eagles Sports Network.